situation, I don't normally get time to switch off and relax. It's been many times through the years when I've tried to pull my energy back from the work a little bit, try and get some holiday time, some downtime, but it never stops. Like I say, I've been in this business for a long time, and you're just needed 24/7. Yeah, the biggest words of advice that I can sort of say that I've had over my time is never expect anything right there and then. You've got to work hard for it, and you've got to go for it. Life is about lessons, and lessons is very important, but sometimes you learn a lesson, sometimes you look back and you think, oh my God, I wish that situation hadn't happened, but you learn from it, and that's important, because learning is a good thing, and we never stop learning until we're at the end of our life. I'm Grant Collier, and you can catch me on pin number 6879.
Hi, my name is Joanna Scott. My PIN number is 4601. Full-time, and this is pretty much my full-time job since 2006, but actually a psychic more so in my early 20s, and I remember it well. Well, first of all, when I speak to somebody on the phone at Psychic Today, I ask for their full date of birth, and I might actually ask for somebody else they're looking for, say in a relationship or compatibility reading, so obviously I need their first name and their date of birth, and then I'll just see where they're heading. It could be their life path is going off in a different direction. It could be that basically something is blocking them from moving forwards. Whatever it is, I normally tend to literally tell a story from start, middle to the finish. Okay, so yes, I've got a thing about relationships. I'm not going to say I'm obsessed, because that would just sound a bit wrong really, but I've got a thing about matching people up, and I also work on dating websites, looking at people's compatibility, and that is based on your sun signs, your actual sort of components in terms of like partnerships, your relationships, what's missing, what's not missing, where you're good together in a relationship, and also, basically, are you getting end up together? So I am literally obsessed with relationships for you. I use the Rider-Waite deck, and it's 78 cards in the deck, and I also work with astrology, numerology, and just basically what I pick up on a psychic level with yourself. And it tells a story, like I was saying previously, and it should be literally 4 or 5 things condensed into kind of one area, all to do with you. Oh, but do I actually switch off and relax? My partner will probably say no if she doesn't. That's kind of true. But I have a puppy, okay? This helps. She helps, not this, she. But she's only 20 months old and acts about 4 weeks old. And I take her for walks pretty much every day for about an hour and a half, totally zone out, until she finds another dog that she loves. And then that's it. Mayhem and Joe's stressed. So yes, I do relax. Until she relaxes and chills out. But I love the gym, I go swimming a lot, I go yoga, and I try to ski twice a year, and that kind of chills me, I think. And then I start to read. Reading's good. Even though reading is probably something to do with tarot or anything astrological, it does chill me out, and it is very good for me to just literally relax, and eventually I'll go to sleep, eventually. So probably from my mum. I mean, she's great. She's what, 71, looks about 51, acts about 12. I mean, that gives you an idea of what she's really like. And, you know, I'm kind of similar. Is that good or is that bad? Or maybe that's just the way that it is. I'm Scottish, okay? That's all I'm going to say. You wouldn't tell by this accent. But at the end of the day, she always says, look after yourself first and everything else falls into place. How you feel emotionally, being emotionally balanced, looking after your family, looking after your friends, and a 20-month puppy, which is an interesting subject. But anyway, it does keep me very happy, and then I'm able to look after others, and it's a nice balance. So always look after yourself and then other people. My name is Joanna Scott. My PIN number is 4601. Thanks very much for watching. Speak to you really soon.
Hi, my name's Marcus Starr. My PIN number is 6652. I've been a psychic for over 20 years. Started to feel things, see things and hear things when I was very young, from 7 onwards, and it developed from there. I prefer to stand up whilst doing the readings because I've been doing platform work for many years, so I just enjoy the energy, the flowing and the freedom of working alongside the spirit guides. Just works with me really well. My favourite film of all time has got to be Gladiator. What I tend to do is just sort of go walking, look at the countryside and just really in some ways just do everything. Just to relax, that may be to have a glass of wine, just to relax. What I bring to the show most of all is guidance, and when I wake up in the morning I always ask my higher self, please guide me to guide others. And that's one thing that I love about being in the studio. I love the people that I work with, and it's just lovely and fabulous to be able to work with such nice psychics that are the quality that they are, and been here for many years. So just being here and just being a part of a fantastic team and actually, guiding the lovely viewers, like I do, is just a wonderful feeling. My name is Marcus Starr, my pin number is 6652.
Hi, my name is Kimmy and my PIN number is 4015. I've been involved in the psychic world now for just a little over 30 years, on and off. Okay, well, I generally work with my guides, so it's the natural sensing, hearing, feeling, and I also like to use tools as well because I find that people like to see something, something visual. So yeah, but I'm always linked in with my guides. Okay, so I have a dowser, I have a crystal ball, I have angel cards, and I have tarot cards. I've probably got, like most psychics, we've just got so many different types of cards that we like to work with, so different times. Okay, I like to think that I bring, because I always feel that life is hard enough, and so the guidance I like to give, I like to be very uplifting with it, very positive, because there's always ways around situations or through situations. Nothing's ever as bad as it seems. That's what it feels like to me. So I like to give the old uplifting. This is what's happening, this is what's moving forward, do you see what I mean? So the guidance, and so that the people can see that there's something there for them on the horizon. So yeah. When I'm not being a psychic, I have many hats. So I make things. So I upcycle wine bottles into candle holders. For those that know me know I've seen the pictures and things like that. I also help out other companies. I'm helping at the minute with marketing and stuff with a company, which is really good. So I've been enjoying that. And otherwise I go for walks or I go socialise like everybody else in the pubs. So yeah, do you know, a long time ago, I worked for this company, and it was a brilliant company, and everybody got on, and I remember my old boss saying to me when I left, she said, never forget, to thine own self be true. Okay, and honestly, over the years, it can sometimes be difficult, but it's a really good saying to remember. It's not about pleasing everybody else, it's about doing what pleases you. So I've been Kimmy, thank you very much for listening, and you can catch me on PIN number 4015.
Hello, I'm Paul Miles. I'm a presenter on Psychic Today. Went to the transition of actually presenting the show, so no longer do the psychic work on the show. What I enjoy about Psychic Today is the interaction with the viewers. I love the way that they can interact straight away. They send a text in within normally about 5 minutes. That text, that voicemail, is on the screen. Their voice on the television. I mean, it's come a long way, really. You couldn't get a psychic reading 13, 14 years ago, but now Psychic Today is actually 13 years and very much sort of driven by the viewers, and that's what I love. It is an interactive show, and I just love the way that the guys get involved. You know what, I couldn't actually live without my mobile phone. I am a bit of an addict to the mobile phone. I wake up in the morning, I check social media, and I think this is probably why I love the show so much, because it really is interactive. I love to sort of interact with friends, family, and stuff like that. Well, sort of growing up, I loved shows sort of like Chips, the California Highway Patrol, all the Carry On films, Oliver, musicals, that kind of thing. Grease, I was sort of very much into. I mean, even now, sort of, I'm at the tender age of sort of 46 years old, and I do still enjoy a really good comedy. I love Mean Girls as well, and I know that's a bit of a joke, but the quotes in Mean Girls are absolutely fantastic. First album, Adam and the Ants, Kings of the Wild Frontier. Very much into the Bare Naked Ladies. They are one of my favourite bands of all time. Don't have much recognition here in the UK, but over in Canada, absolutely huge. So I love it when they come here because it's very sort of intimate as well. A band that's been going for sort of 29 years as well. So yeah, they're great. Check them out, actually. Bare Naked Ladies. I just love walking. I've lived by the sea now as well, so walks with a dog, going on holidays. I love road trips. I've done Route 66. I love travelling across the States as well, so more travel. You just got to have fun at the end of the day. Life really is too short, it really is. So at the end of the day, you've just got to have fun, and that's one of the mottos I live with, really.
Hello, my name's Laura Dallaghan and my PIN number is 4775. I've been a psychic on the show since pretty much it began, but I was a psychic pretty much since I was at school as well. I was always doing cards to my friends. I didn't know I knew what I was doing until later, but for my adult life I remember that I've been working psychically, doing readings with people, helping people out, and generally being the person people come to when things go a little bit wrong. So I can't remember the exact time I started being a psychic, but it's always been part of my life. I work in lots of different ways. My predominant tool is the cards, the tarot cards, and I have rather too many sets of cards. As I'm an artist as well, I just collect so many different tarot cards. That's my favourite tool of tuning into you guys in readings, but I work in so many different ways as well. I work with dream interpretation, colour therapy, I connect with power animals, and I love looking into your love lives as well. So many different tools, but I use them all to empower in my readings. I think I bring a lot of red to the show. I bring a lot of empowerment, a lot of fun. My energy, even though we deal with really serious stuff in all of the readings, is to be uplifting and to bring a lightness to people's lives. So I think I bring a positive energy, but also a sensitivity and an empathy with whatever's going on with people. I really do care about people's questions, people's problems, and I really like to feel that people have lifted their energy after they've had a reading. So I bring new energy, I bring new ideas and empowerment to the show. What's switching off? I have so many hobbies. I do so many different things. I fire dance, I play guitar, I sing, I belly dance. I do so many things, and they all become an artist as well. And these are all the things that I love to do to relax, but they've all become part of my world and part of my work. So if there's something that I do to switch off from all the lovely, awesome things I do, it's probably cuddling my cats and going for a walk in nature. I like being with the trees. That's the place I probably go just to stop everything and just to be at peace and connect with nature. Well, I think some of them have identified with me a bit too much. Obviously, Daenerys has copied me. No, I mean, yeah, obviously. I love dragons. I actually do dragon readings as well. So yeah, Daenerys is my girl, and also Wonder Woman and really powerful female energies. I really love. But yeah, I think we can have Daenerys, Lagertha, and Wonder Woman, and you've got me then. I'm Laura Dallaghan, and you can catch me on PIN number 4775.
Hello, I'm Denise, PIN number 6764. I've been a psychic since childhood, and I've been developing my psychic abilities ever since. I've been working professionally for about 10 years now. I work hands-free, and I read energies. I predominantly see energies, feel them, and just hear the energy vibrations. I really enjoy meeting different people and listening to stories and offering insights and just making that connection with people. I just really enjoy the work that I do. The personal attributes that I bring is honesty, integrity in the reading. I'm quite a natural psychic, so I'm very empathic and compassionate, and I'd like to bring that to the table when I read for clients. I meditate on a daily basis, and I really enjoy going for long walks in the countryside and actually just watching TV and just switching off from the day as well. I'm currently watching Suits at the moment and I'm really enjoying it. Legal drama, it's based in Canada. My favourite place is Three Castle Head in the Republic of Ireland. It's like on the tip of West Cork, and it's absolutely beautiful, and I lived there for many, many years. The best advice I was ever given was be authentic, be true to yourself, and that you are unique, and not to copy anyone else, just be yourself. And I'm Denise, and you can catch me on pin number 6764.
Hello, my name is Luna and my PIN number is 6853. I have been a psychic professionally for about 6 or 7 years. I discovered my psychic ability over a period of time. It did take a little bit of time to understand what was actually going on. And once I did understand what was going on and accept that I did have a psychic ability, I then learned to use the Angel Tarot cards, and then it just went from there, doing readings for friends and family. And then I started using the phone lines and giving readings to clients over the phone. So I've got a big smile and a very, very warm heart, and I think those two things shine through quite a lot. I've got a lot of different life experiences. We've all got different life experience, and I bring that into my readings as well. And I've got a good understanding of human behaviour because I'm an NLP practitioner. So I think all of those things together, plus my enthusiasm for the law of attraction and that we can change our lives and make our lives by design, I think all of those things make me a little bit different from others. So I love to walk beside the sea. I live right next to the sea, and I've got a little puppy, and the two of us walk together for miles and miles and miles. I also enjoy swimming, and I'm a big reader, so lots of chill out time, lots of thinking time, and lots of planning for the future as well. So my dad taught me from a very, very young age there are 3 golden rules in life, and they are don't panic, and don't panic. And there is a solution to every problem. And I've used that throughout my whole life, and I now pass that on to my son as well, and it's always stood me in good stead. My name is Luna and my PIN number is 6853, and I look forward to speaking to you soon.
My name is India Jo and my PIN number is 6799. What part of my psychic life do I enjoy? All of it. I specifically love connecting in with the energies of my clients. I was a spiritual healer, and then I did all the levels of Reiki. I went to university and got a teaching degree, and I teach therapists and I teach my Reiki. So I've actually, I love connecting in, and I love the healing aspect of it. My personal attribute, I would say, that I bring to my work is positivity. I like my readings to be uplifting and to empower my clients. So yeah, it's positivity. So the work that I did before I was a psychic was I was a singer. So I was a semi-professional singer, and I sung all around the country up to 5 nights a week for about over 20 years, I would say. I semi-retired from that, and I switched genres. So I now have learnt my classical genre, which I absolutely love and passionate about too. But I only do the odd cherry-picked gig now. So to switch off and relax after this, I meditate. I don't have much time for relaxation really, but I do love to make time to meditate. I have children, have a family, and I'm walking my dog always, but I have to say I do cloud art photography, and I do a little bit of art as well as a little bit of my singing. I do cloud art photography. So I'm India Jo, You can catch me on pin number 6799, either in the studio or at home. Thank you very much.
Hi, my name is Victoria Armstrong and my PIN number is 6637. I've been working professionally as a psychic for about 12 years now, just over. So I am based in County Down in Northern Ireland. It's just, if you look at the map of Northern Ireland, there's a little arm, the peninsula comes out, and I live in the armpit at the top of Strangford Lough. It has to be, it's the understanding you get of people and of life in general. You do get to connect with people in a different way, but it's suddenly realise that everybody's going through, there's always two struggles in people's lives where the conflict, and it's how they're trying to find their way through that. A lot of people enjoy the humour, because a lot of people do come on the phone and you can feel straight away they're down. And sometimes I like to poke up them a wee bit, and and then eventually I can hear them smiling on the phone, and then eventually we do get some belly laughs going. But laughter is the best medicine, as I say. So I like to think of bringing that to the table. It's the insight as well, as I said earlier. It's about the understanding of people and where they're at, and feeling and reading their energy. My Reiki teacher, she inspired me to take up Reiki, which kind of opened up everything a lot more for me. She said she always asked her teacher, what do I do when I encounter somebody who doesn't believe in this side of things? And her teacher was American. She says, don't even bother. That was just, so I always think of that when somebody's trying to argue or pick an argument. I just don't do arguments anymore. So in my head I just hear that American accent going, don't even bother. Is that possible? I do like my music. I like my sort of cheesy 80s music, but also like rock music. And I'm learning the guitar at the moment, electric guitar, because of AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, all the classics. And comedy, I like the old greats like George Carlin, fantastic insight that he had as a comedian. He was switched on, and even people like Robin Williams, his early days of stand-up, and just see how they've progressed from getting into the business that way and then through to being a well-known actor. I'm Victoria Armstrong, and you can catch me on PIN number 6637.
Hi, my name is Mosina and my PIN number is 4656. I have been a psychic now altogether for the last 14 years. I started practicing when I was just 10 years old. I come from a psychic family. I'm a 4th generation psychic and intuitive card reader. I'm very intrigued by my family's history. I come from a Celtic background, and I try to infuse as much of that heritage into the way that I work. The way that I work as a psychic, I am primarily a card reader. I work with 2 decks of cards, one is an angel set and the other is tarot. I also like to work with crystals in my readings, and I rely heavily on my intuition. At times I will also use oracle decks and my famous movie star cards. I like to think what I bring to the show is an element of truthfulness that perhaps will make us think twice about our actions and how we can progress forwards as people on our spiritual paths. I think it's really important to look at a situation as a whole and really look at every single aspect of it before making a thorough decision. My job is to show you the pathways out there. I'm not here to tell you what to do, but I am here to encourage and empower you on your life's path. When I'm not working as a psychic, relaxing doesn't really seem to be too much of an option. But when I do, I really like to get in touch with nature and to be around Mother Nature again. I'm an avid bird watcher, so I really like to try and find wild owls in the forest to see them, as well as ravens and crows, so that is one of my main interests. I tend to take guidance from different aspects, from different places. I take it from books, I take it from poetry, music, people that I meet and I cross paths with. I think we can all learn from one another because there's always this constant source of knowledge that we take from in life anyway. The one thing really though that I say more than anything is to really stand in your own power, to really be yourself and know your own truth, because without that we can tend to get quite lost in life. So at least if we have our core selves to return to and we have faith in that, then really we can take everything else from that point and from that direction in life. Thank you for listening to me there. My name is Mosina and my PIN number is 4656. I hope to speak to you soon and that you have a lovely day.
Hello, my name is Karen Brown and my PIN number is 4073. I've been a psychic over 30 years and I got into it as many of my friends were interested in it, and I just really took it up as a hobby and never expected it to become my work, but I really love my work. Before I was a psychic, I was a hairdresser, and I always knew I wanted to be a hairdresser. I knew from the age of 8. It was as though I got a little bit of psychic insight of my sort of future profession. But I will say my psychic work has really took over more, but I do a little bit of hairdressing, and I do feel that it often comes through within my readings when picking up people, because I often pick up their hair, what their hair may look like, what colour their hair is. But I will say I do love my psychic work more. I would say my favourite song would be Robbie Williams' Angels, because I think it's a real sort of like touching sort of spiritual sort of song, and I really love it. I think the best place I've ever been really is Dubai, and seeing all like the beautiful hotels and the lovely beaches, and I feel it was just sort of like perfect and relaxing. I would probably say sort of many funny stories very much in my life, and I think it's more with like great times and sort of having laughs with my friends of like little antics that I've got up to, but I can't tell you because I may lose my job. I'd say what I bring to Psychic today is really like my love of the psychic way of working, because as I said, it's done so much for me as a person, because I always say like I found my sort of psychic path. I've really enjoyed it. You know, I've met some lovely people, I've done some teaching, I love actually working on TV, and it's just really brought me so much. So I feel what I actually bring to Psychic today is actually sort of giving back that way of working to you. I'm Karen Brown and my PIN number is 4073.
I'm Ophelia Dennis. I'm one of your hostesses here on Psychic Today. I've been with the show for over 6 years and I absolutely love it. There are so many things that I love about working on Psychic Today, from the production team to our friendly receptionists to all of our bosses, but a very special group of people for me are the actual psychics that I work with. I've never met such a bunch of positive people in my life. Everything's about positivity, everything's about trying to be happy and working through challenges in a positive way, and I think that is absolutely amazing. Another thing for me, which is really special about working here, is when we speak to our psychics that work outside of the UK. For example, Joe in Thailand. When he's on the phone, I mean, I love hearing his voice, but I can hear crickets in the background, I can hear frogs, I can hear the waterfall. I literally feel like I'm in Thailand when we're on the phone and he's doing his text messages. So for me, that just gives me and shows me culture and just how everyone's different, but really lovely at the same time. I just love hearing nature. Who would have thought it? When I'm not here on Psychic Today, I do a lot of work outside of here as well. So I do red carpet events, I interview celebrities, but in my spare time, I'm usually at home, in my room, on my own, watching my Australian soaps, because I love them. I love Neighbours, Home and Away, Wentworth Prison, and I love reality TV as well. But you know what? I do love the documentary, actually. I can be serious and I like things educational. What I like to do is keep active though. For a long time I've been doing martial arts. I'm actually a black belt in kickboxing, so you can call me Sensei Ophelia if we were in the dojo. And I've taken up Krav Maga also, but I kind of gave up a little bit, but I'm gonna go back, and I also do boxing. So often I'm in this stance outside of here. I've been Ophelia Dennis, and you can catch me on Psychic Today on Sky Channel 560 or on the Mystic Call web app, www.mysticcall.com.
Hi, I'm Anne Scholes, PIN number 4691. I've been a psychic now for over 16 years. I am commonly known as Queen Anne on the show, and this came from many years ago when I was working with the lovely Adele of Ellicott. She was presenting the show, and this particular day she said, "You look rather regal, Anne. I think I'll call you Queen Anne." And ever since then, viewers have texted in Queen Anne. And so if you see that on screen, you know where it's come from. The way I work is on a soul communicating level, and it's always fascinated me when we go into somebody's energy. So what I do is I go right into the soul of the person I'm talking to, or anyone connected with them, and then bring through the spiritual guidance that's needed. I'm not particularly good at playing musical instruments, but I did actually play a melodica when I was at junior school. And I got a solo part in the Christmas play. How did I get that? Well, I can't read music and everybody else could. So we all set off playing our tune. I think it was Good King Wenceslas. And the teacher said stop at B flat. And I didn't know what B flat was. So I carried on. Everybody else stopped and I got a solo part. Overall, it's the longest part of my career that I've ever had. And I don't see an end to it. It's just something I love coming, when I'm getting in the car, come down, love coming to do, and then love speaking to you guys. So thank you for your phone calls and your text messages and your voicemails over the 13 and a half years. So this is Queen Anne signing off, pin number 4691.
Hello, my name is Enchantment Russia and my PIN number is 4519. I've been a psychic for over 17 years professionally now. I have been a natural psychic, which means that I inherited the gift, so I've basically been psychic and sensitive to other energies all of my life, really. It is true that I can read from any object, really. I've done water readings, I've done coffee readings as well, mirror readings. I really enjoy taking everyday objects and using them in a psychic way and within my psychic readings. I feel the most important attribute is non-judgmental, in a sense of doesn't matter what it is that you're going through, if you're feeling silly about asking the question that it is that you're asking, I don't think that you're silly in any way whatsoever. So it's that diversity. I enjoy being able to see your uniqueness as well and empower you to really enhance that, put that into a talent, getting you moving forward. The best piece of advice that it is that I've ever received has been with regards to trusting your intuition 100%, and also following the guidance that it is that your intuition gives you. I've got two very favourite sayings. One is, there's a reason for everything and everything has its reason. And the other one is, my vibe attracts my tribe. It's important to switch off and relax when you're doing psychic work because you can't be switched on all of the time. So the way that it is that I do it is just being me, being a mom, cleaning the house, running around after the kids. That's how it is that I have my downtime. But I also enjoy being able to do meditation and guided meditations as well. That really allows me to be able to switch off and find that inner peace. My name is Enchantment Russia and my PIN number is 4519.
My name is Paula Reid, my PIN number is 6833. I've been working as a psychic for over 20 years professionally, but I did do some readings for family and friends before that in my teenage years. I work a lot with the energy of the question and the caller, whoever is asking it, and then I have my cards. I have over 35 decks of cards. I work also with crystals and pendulums and pretty much anything and everything really. I don't think there's any such thing as relax. I've got 4 kids, so I don't do relax very well, but aside from that I like music, reading, whenever I get a chance, that kind of thing. The best thing I was ever told was to throw away the books and follow my heart. Well, a good friend of mine, Victoria Armstrong, works for Psychic Today. I've known her for probably about 10 years now, and we have done a lot of work together, so she urged me to get in contact, and we've really taken it from there, and now we're here together. So I'm Paula Reid, and you can catch me on PIN number 6833.
Hello, my name is Poppy and my PIN number is 6885. I've been a psychic probably for about 25 years, off and on. And I got into it completely by mistake, and it was just a wonderful emotion. and I learned through a period of time and studied it over a period of 30 years, and I am now where I am here as a result of it. I use the Arcana cards, and I use my own mind and things that are given to me in my head, and I do it from the heart, and everything I say is so genuine, and I really care about who I'm talking to and why I'm talking to them. It's really loyalty to the viewers and the love of the subject that comes from my heart, and the fact that people want to talk to me and I can help them in any small way that I can. We can talk about anything and everything. We can just have a chit chat, or we can talk about a particular subject that they're worried about. Anything at all, really. I'm very flexible, and it comes from the heart. That's very easy. I've got a Jack Russell, and I go for long walks. I'm also an artist and a writer, and I'm writing a children's book and a thriller at the moment. And I love anything to do with archaeology and writing. So I'm very much a person who can do anything in my spare time to relax, meditation, anything at all. I love trains, so I'm busy all the time when I'm not doing my job. What I'm hoping to achieve is to be very positive for other people, to make other people feel good about themselves. And if they phone me up feeling a little bit unhappy, I want them to end the call feeling really happy and positive. And so they can go out there and they can face anything. And I'm always there at the end of the phone call, day and night. If they ever need me, I'm there for them. My name is Poppy, and my PIN number is 6885.
Hello, I am Sammy Aurora and my PIN number is 6784. I have been a psychic since as long as I can remember. I've always been a little bit different, and I started professionally probably in my teenage years, I'd say. I started off doing some charity events, and then I started doing one-on-ones. So I've been doing professional psychic work for over 15 years now. I work naturally from my dad's side of the family, seeing, hearing and feeling. My favourite tool to use is the tarot cards. I've got 3 decks that I work with regularly, and the reason that I use 3 is because you'll usually have a few questions for me in your readings, and we'll, instead of putting one deck out, putting it away, one deck out, putting it away, we build them up layer by layer and we get the bigger picture. We can see if there's any repeat cards indicating blocks or patterns, and I feel that's the nicest way to enable you to reach your full potential. When I'm not being a psychic, I've got a couple of other jobs I do. Everything I do is about making people feel good. So my psychic work is the spiritual side. I've also got a body side to that, in that I sell organic products and I pamper people, and I do my comedy as well, which is kind of about learning because it's storytelling, so that's the mind element. So I've got like a mind, body, spirit element to my whole career, which is really fun. I like to relax by going to yin yoga. Yin is my favourite kind of yoga now. It's very relaxing. You'll hold the poses for maybe 3 to 5 minutes, and where I do it we have candles all around us, so it's really relaxing. Also I like to read, and I like to have bubble baths. I came to work at Psychic Today through an act of kindness. One of my friends was upset on social media, so I phoned her up and I said, I'll do your tarot card reading, cheer you up. And then she wrote a post about it, and Paul Miles saw it and he says, oh, we're always looking for psychics to join our team at Psychic Today. And that's how I got my job, yay. The first thing that pops into my head is Chubbawamba's song. I think it's called Tub Thumping. I get knocked down and I get back up again, because we all have our knockbacks in life, and I always try to keep my readings really positive and uplifting, because it's about getting back up, dusting yourself off and trying again. And then the other one is just feel the fear and do it anyway. So I'm Sammy Aurora, and you can catch me on PIN number 6784.
Hello, my name is Tristan Morel and my PIN number is 6313. I've been a psychic for about 24 years now, believe it or not, and I've been on the show for about 10 years, I think, almost 8 years or something like that. I use my cards and I also use my psychic ability that I've developed over the years, obviously, but I also do astrology. And it's something that's like an empathetic, I can't say it, empathetic thing. And it's something that I just find is a very natural kind of connection between the person who's calling in and me. So there's this lovely kind of energy that goes between the pair of us, and I really enjoy it. It sort of seems to kind of give people some insight and some pointers in the right direction, so I love that. I try to bring some humour into things as well, because everything's terribly serious most of the time, and even though a lot of the questions that we get are very serious and we take them all very seriously, but I like to add a little bit of humour to it, and that's kind of what I'm known for a little bit around the place. And also I just like to bring my astrology into it, so I add the astrology to using the cards and do a combination of everything. I kind of make a Tristan cake out of everything. Well, it's a recipe, it's my recipe. I add astrology with the cards and a bit of psychic ability and a bit of empathy and everything else. How do I switch off? I watch a lot of Dynasty. I also cycle a lot, and I have a dog that I absolutely adore, that I walk everywhere, and I go and party as well. Yeah, when I started off doing this, when I first didn't even realise that I could actually do this, my teacher, so to speak, she told me that I was complaining about some relationship I was in or the other at the time, and she told me that I should stop moaning and actually be very grateful that the universe had put me in the place I was put in to do the job that I've got to do. So that's how I've always kind of lived. So this is Tristan Morel, and you can catch me on 6313.
Hello, my name is Raymond Castrogiovanni and my PIN number is 4765. I've been working as a psychic since 1976, so that's 40-something years now I've been working as a psychic. I like to work with your date of birth, because your date of birth gives me your star sign, it gives me your numerology, but within that as well I'm also interested in your Native American animals, also your Chinese zodiac as well, so that's a big part of it. But I like to work with the cards, I work with crystals. Feng Shui is something important to me as well, because it's about the flow of energy and how we use energy in life to go from one place to another. So it's quite an holistic approach to the way that I do a reading. I think what I really like about coming along to Psychic Today and being part of the show here is it gives me the opportunity to work with individuals, and I very much feel that it's kind of providing a service that I can be part of, and it makes me feel so good to do that. And I think it's that enthusiasm and joy that I get from individuals that I sort of take on board, and then that comes out again. So I hope that everybody gets uplifted and a sense of joy and vibrance from having the reading. The main tools that I use as a psychic are things like crystals, and I like to use different crystals for different things. For instance, rose quartz is a crystal that's very much to do with lifting the energy of the heart. Citrine and lapis lazuli are very much about tapping into that psychic energy. Amethyst and clear quartz are about the energy of opening the mind so that we can see what's happening around an individual and how it's all going to go forward. Oh, there are many things I like to do to just enjoy life. I'm lucky I have really quite a big family. Altogether, there's 11 grandchildren now and still counting, so I spend a lot of time with my family. I really love music, so as I'm travelling from one venue to another, I'll often have, these days, I sort of download music rather than putting CDs in, and that's great because it gives me great variety and more control. And just lately, I've been indulging a lot in sort of 60s psychedelic pop. I love 70s music, but also current music as well I very much enjoy. So it's music that really sort of lifts my vibration and makes me feel good. I go to as many concerts as I possibly can. Yeah, I think I've been quite lucky in that respect. When I first began working psychically, I worked with a wonderful lady called Madame Zora, would you believe it? Could have been a made-up name, but nonetheless she was a great inspiration, and her husband Malik taught me a great deal. And one of the philosophies they had in life was that, you know what, as you go through life, it's very important that you work hard. You give what you can to other people and you be the best person you can. And you know what? And that stood me in very good stead. But my name is Raymond Castrogiovanni, my PIN number is 4765, and I'm here on Psychic Today just for you.
Hello, my name is Ricky Mays, PIN number 6892. I'm a father of 4, happily married man, and I have 10 grandchildren. Yes, 10 grandchildren. I've been a psychic for over 20 years, although I've only been practicing psychic for the last 2 years. Although I have been a holistic therapist for over 30 years. I work with crystals, I work with energy with my hands, and I connect without any tools at all, so I can connect to a person wherever they are in the world, basically. And I do that by just tuning into them, just tuning into their energy, a bit of remote viewing you might say, and yeah, so that's how I work. Tools specifically I use as a psychic is obviously my crystals. I really rely on my crystals, and because they bring this energy, universal energy in with them. Also, the crystals are good for cleansing the cards when I'm doing my reading, so after a reading I'll always put the crystal back on the cards for the next reading. I like to do yoga, and meditation is one of my favourite things. I do meditate, and I do like to, to go to festivals, spiritual festivals, music festivals. I also work at festivals as well, so I kind of connect to the both. But I go there just to recharge my batteries, because I think all psychics and anybody who works in this field of work needs that time for themselves to recharge their energy, and meditation's a good one. I love my children, I love my dogs. I have 2 lovely dogs, a Cavatoos and a Shih Tzu, and I love to take them out for walks in the countryside. And I think the countryside, when we get out in the countryside, it just kind of opens up all our senses. I'm Ricky Mays, PIN number 6892, and you can catch me online most days, and sometimes in the studio. I look forward to hearing from you.
Hi, my name's Sarah May and my PIN number is 6181. I think I've always had it, to be honest with you. It's come in at different times during the stages of my life, but it's always been there. Very naturally, I do work hands-free. I definitely work with energy. I can see energy in people, I can see energy around. I also connect around animals and nature. So I have that, but I do also like to use tools because I like to involve people and for them to be a part of it. So you'll see me doing tea leaf readings, you'll see me using ribbons, you'll see me using cards that I choose to use, which will usually be graphical, colourful, energetic and created by the person that made them, and many other tools that I use as well. Unwinding and relaxing, I kind of have to find pockets of time, or I find myself with pockets of time. When I have them, I always make sure that we have a movie night at home, and we'll download a movie, and it'd be like the cinema within our home, and we just sit as a family and we'll watch a film from start to finish, and that's kind of me being entertained and taken away from everything. So, and usually the kids choose the films and I'm not too fussy, but I just like to be entertained, and it's lovely to be in that environment of togetherness and love with your own family. Absolutely love working at Psychic Today. I actually thought it would be too busy for me. I didn't think I'd cope with it, but actually it's fantastic. It's lively, busy, moving, love the energy. I actually love working. It's what I love to do. So, and the interaction with the clients, you people that are calling in and texting in, it's a privilege to be working with you, and of course the team as well. So my name is Sarah May, and you can catch me on PIN number 6181.
Hi, I'm Sky Silverstone. My PIN number is 4646. I've been a psychic for many years, as far back as I could remember. I'm one of those psychics that was born the way that I am, be it good or not so good, but I would say over 15 years, between 15 and 20 years. I tune in very naturally to your voice, or if you're sitting opposite me, into your energy, into your aura, and I receive messages from my guides. With that, I analyse them and deliver those messages to you. The cards, the crystals, the astrology and the numerology come in secondarily to your reading, so they add that cherry on the cake. What do I bring to a reading? Well, I bring that calm, collected energy to listen to what you're saying to me, and then I analyse what you're giving me, and I bring a little bit of humour to the reading as well. And I like to do that because sometimes readings can get very, very serious, and it's important to lighten that mood so you are free, open and able to communicate.